Hello there everyone, I'm uxwbill, and this is being shot with Keykeeper's iPhone, so when it doesn't turn out, you can blame me for being completely unfamiliar with it. It was only suggested to me after I got out here at the farm today that I record what we're doing and upload it to YouTube for posterity. We're getting high on the farm. That's the Keykeeper and Furhead that are up there. And they're putting up what my mother refers to as a barn quilt on the old barn. I really thought they might center it more than they are. I was thinking maybe they'd put it over that closed door, or the haymow door, or something along those lines. Maybe we're going to put one over here to offset it and make it look balanced. At the risk of expressing an obnoxious opinion that is not shared by anyone else here, the biggest fan of these things. We got the whole crew out here today. There's the Keykeeper's car. There's the Ford truck. There's my late grandfather's Mercury. Probably a ton of wind noise on this. Plus I know from the Keykeeper's videos that this thing's kind of quiet. I wonder what resolution this thing records. Things that you resort to when you don't have a bucket truck. Drilling in stereo. Funny thing is, the Keykeeper's actually left-handed, same as I am. My mother painted the barn quilt, for anyone who's wondering, and she's in fact made several of them in the past. Part of a county-wide barn quilt project, I think it is. This one isn't, but the ones she's made in the past are. We'll be back in a little bit when they've started to actually put the fasteners in.
How long are these bolts? 3.5 inches.
Got it hung up now so it shouldn't fall down, at least on one side. Just put a simple screw in it until they can get inside the barn and put the nut on the bolt. Here I am on the other side of the equation, up here in the hayloft of the old barn. Yes, after many years we did get the haymow door shut. Had that done when we put a new roof on the old barn. The old barn has some places where it's not the most structurally sound, so it's really kind of ill-advised to go wandering around up here unless you know where all the hazards are. But I'm pretty safely ensconced on the staircase. But here, finally, a use case is made for high-definition video. Let's see if we can find where those bolts went through the wall. You're looking for just the shiniest little spot there. I see one of them. It's in about the center of the picture. And then right next to it, I see the other. You might be able to see it too. I can't really point with my finger because I'm zoomed in right now. But there's one of them. There's the other one. And presumably the other two are up in that beam somewhere. But in just a moment, we'll be putting the nuts on the bolts, calling the whole thing done. And even though I'm not really a big fan of barn quilts, I do have to admit this has been a pretty cool project. Of course, another hazard that you have to watch out for up here is that of sudden arrival of bird bombs. You know, there's barn swallows and things like that in here. I'm sure there'll be at least a few of you out there who are greatly interested in the architecture of the old place. This was from a time when they really built stuff to stick around and last. So we'll just kind of take a sweeping pan across the roof trusses and the arch. All this stuff is well over 100 years old at this point. As the light socket suggests, there was electricity in here once upon a time. The power lines fell down years ago, and since nobody really needed it, they never really bothered with repairing it.
Drawing it down too tight?
I think that's good where you're at. You sucked it in a little bit.
Okay, I'm going over here by Eric now.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, just a minute. I've got to take it off and try to get a lock washer on there.
Where do you suppose this thing came from? This is an electrical outlet from another age. And although it looks kind of like ceramic, I think it's actually a plastic of some kind. Thermosetting plastic, probably. Almost looks like a design somewhat similar to the Despard device. Obviously not related to it at all.
How's that looking, David?
Looks like it was designed to click into some sort of a faceplate or another. Here's an unfortunate reality out at the farm, that of vandalism. Now, ordinarily these things are subject to a lot of abuse from the wind, but there's no way the wind took the barn door and moved it this far away from where it actually goes over here.
What's that? Yeah, it's good looking. That looks real good. I wouldn't tighten it up anymore. Don't rock it. Rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Love boat. Rocking the love boat. This is the coolest thing for the 4th of July holiday, to have a patriotic barn quilt that is visible from the Blacktop Road, and I just think it's really awesome to have this on a family farm. I'm really grateful.
They're getting ready for a big letdown. That's how most of our work finishes.
Hold on to something.
Here we go. Here we go. Now yell at me if I'm about to get water. Can you back away? Yeah. All right. Back it up. What? Back that big one up. Okay. That ought to be enough.
You want to ride with me?
I can.
It would hit high gear.
Wow.
All right, thank you. Come on. Bring your water. Bring everything you're going to possibly need. Right next to us. Oh, hell yeah. Can I get the water? Thank you.
I've got to remember not to put my thumb on the thumb over the camera lens. This is really not a left-hand friendly device. She's taking a trip and she's never even left the farm.
Back up a little bit, please. I got you.
Hear that engine come under load.
Oh!
My phone.
Sure.